first met Kate, well, she was recommended to me by a friend, and I asked her to do a bit of nannying. I just adopted a little boy, and I adopted him at 15 months. So he was still a baby, but also starting to become a toddler. And we had to work on and develop our attachment and me get used to being a parent, which was quite a shock to the system at first. So Kate was a great nanny, and then I was on adoption leave at that point, which was fine. But just before I was about to go back to work, he developed a really bad cold and blocked nose, and he just would not sleep. There was no way he would lie down in his cot. I was really unsure about what I was doing. I felt out of my depth. I couldn't get him to sleep. I suppose I felt a bit like a bad parent that had adopted this little boy and I didn't know how to look after him properly. And I was getting more and more exhausted. So I think I mentioned it to Kate, and she offered to come and do a couple of sessions with me, which was brilliant. It was like a miracle, really. She helped me, she sat down with me, we worked on some routines and how to put him down and leave him for a little bit, and timings to go back to him, and to leave him sometimes when I didn't want to and I felt really guilty and awful and hearing him cry, to leave him for little longer periods of time before I went back. And it was a simple plan, but the difference Kate made was that she gave me the confidence to put it into place. She gave me the confidence to implement it. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, when he was screaming and I had to try and put him back into bed, I was sitting on the end of the bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be thinking of Kate's voice going, no, just stick with it for 5 more minutes, or stick with it for 10 more minutes. And then see if he settles, and then go back to him. And it was brilliant. And within 2 weeks, he was sleeping and back to normal, really. And then it was fine, and I was able to go back to work and felt great. And he's the best sleeper. He's a brilliant sleeper. He never gets out of bed unless he's poorly, and he goes down every night and snuggles down. And it was like a bit of time.